Welcome to the first video when it comes to calculating daily stress. First, we went over in our previous video the 5 main variables: exercise, load, sets, reps, tempo. This video is going to specifically talk about exercises and the step 1 in looking at exercises. When we think about exercises, the first thing we have to do as coaches is we have to categorize every exercise. Why is this? Because each category of exercises will have different variables that will dictate progression or regression, stress or reduced stress within each of the categorization. So for me, these are the main 4 categorized exercises that I use. I have primary. Our primary exercises are going to be driven by external load. So that's going to be dumbbells, barbells. These exercises are deadlifts, lunges, bicep curls, any type of exercise that you primarily think about when you think about strength and conditioning. These are going to be the bulk of the stress that we're going to have. Why is that? It's because it's driven by external load. And external load is going to be the thing that's going to drive this more amount of stress than the other ones. So first categorization is primary. Second is corrective. Corrective is driven by lever length and time. So when we think about lever length and correctives, these are your stretches, these are your yoga, these are these type of exercises. These are not driven by external load, so they're going to be dictated in progression by lever length, not so much the ability for you to drive load. Third categorization is med ball throws or any type of projectile. This could be chest passes, rotational throws, med ball slams, anything that you're releasing the med ball or throws in general. The thing that's going to dictate progression here is the complexity at which the athlete has to rotate. That's going to include different variables, and we'll be going over those individually in the upcoming videos. And the last is going to be plyometrics. Plyometrics are going to be very dictated by ground contact time, absorption, landing points of contact, and we'll be going in depth of how we actually look at these exercises. But remember, the first thing we have to understand when it comes to looking at exercise itself is we have to categorize it with the progression that we know within the category that we know we can progress the athlete and see reduced or increased stress based off of those categories. Remember, systems drive success, so start building.